Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Jodie Hill here from Thrive Law, and I'm here today straight off the back of an interview with BBC Look North. I've been talking about vaccines in the workplace, for travel, for hospitality, and looking at vaccine passports. So I want to just talk to you for a couple of minutes about some of the key things that we've been talking about, and then also just direct you to our website. There's a couple of blogs on there. If you just go to thrivelaw.co.uk, we've got loads of information on there. Just type vaccine into the search bar. So, can employers force employees to have a vaccine? Well, first of all, no, they can't physically jab it in your arm. But what they can do is they can assess the risk to the organisation, to their service users, and they can ask you as part of a policy or a rule that they bring into the workplace to consider having it. Now, they can encourage you, they can incentivise you to a degree, and they can also talk to you about the benefits and the facts of having the vaccine in the workplace, but they can't physically force you. What can happen is they may consult with you about your contract of employment and make it a term of your employment. In order to make that a term of the employment, they would have to vary your contract. Ordinarily, this would be done by agreement, but check your terms and conditions, because sometimes there is a clause within the agreement, either the contract or a policy, that allows variation of terms. And it's really important that you understand what your rights are if that is to be varied. Now, the employer can vary it without your consent, but they have to do that through a reasonable consultation and give you sufficient notice in accordance with your contract. So, in short, they can do it, but there are quite a few things that they need to do, and ordinary employment laws would apply in those circumstances. If you're in a situation where you're concerned because potentially you're pregnant or you have a disability that doesn't allow for you to have vaccinations, then you could legitimately refuse to have a vaccination and be protected under the Equality Act. Now, this is really important because originally we also referred to refusing for religious reasons, but the scientists have categorically said there are no animal products in the vaccinations, and therefore it wouldn't be a legitimate reason to refuse on the basis that there are no animal products, and actually that was the reason from a religious perspective. So your legitimate reasons are that you're pregnant or that you have a disability that prevents you from having the vaccine. If you have either of those characteristics, then you are covered by the Equality Act. So your employer shouldn't be discriminating against you. That might mean a dismissal. It might mean demoting you, prevent you from coming into the workplace. What they have to do is they have to try and balance the public liability and the general health and safety of the service users and the individuals in the workplace with the individual who's refusing to have the vaccination on the basis that they are either pregnant or because of a disability, and they have to balance those rights. And so it's very, very fact specific. It doesn't always mean that it will be discrimination, and certainly lots of employers will be able to objectively justify actually asking people to have the vaccine as a proportionate means of achieving a legitimate aim. So that basically means that they can justify it as a defence. So essentially looking at things like health and safety, public health, and all of their duties under the Occupiers Liability Act, etc. So if you are concerned that you fall into one of those categories, you should raise something in writing. And if employers are considering mandating these vaccinations within the workplace, they should take advice, first of all, on what the policy should be. And secondly, if they are going to include it in a contract, to make sure that that's done properly and it doesn't damage the working relationship by just forcing it on everybody. So hopefully that's helped. I'm going to do a couple more videos on this area shortly. I'm going to do another one on vaccine passports as well. So please do check out our website, like, subscribe, check out our other videos in our COVID section on YouTube and on IGTV. And if you've got any questions or suggestions of videos, please get in touch. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.